The Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade. How do you feel? I feel like I'm watching my country fail in real time, at accelerating speed. It's just the start. Clarence Thomas wrote today that contraception and gay marriage are next. The court is giving you guns but taking away everything else. Children should not be killed in the womb. They should be killed in the classroom. Because guns are a basic human right and access to healthcare is not. I feel terribly sorry for the waves of unwanted children that are forthcoming. Just hoping the pro-lifers out there are making space in their homes for all the kids they plan on adopting. While not American, I'll be watching the aftermath unfolding with some anxiety. This flavor of insanity is often contagious. As a healthcare worker, this is going to be a fucking nightmare. I'm legitimately scared about what ends people will go to without safe options for birth control. Our healthcare system is stretched thin as is, and emergency medicine is a rubber band barely holding it together. I don't like the implications of how this can potentially break something so damn fragile. Especially after the fallout of the COVID pandemic. Sick. My friend had 3 miscarriages this year. 2 of which required abortions for her health and future fertility. Women and babies will die. People will lose mothers, wives, girlfriends, daughters, granddaughters. The list goes on. More children will be born only to be abused and neglected. The fallout will be more wide-ranging and insidious than we can even anticipate. I'm also violently angry. I think I'm having a panic attack. I was just told my pregnancy isn't likely to be viable at the end of last week, but there is still a heartbeat. I don't know what this is going to change for me in literally the next few days. I have an appointment at 1 to help determine if we need to terminate. But now I'm not sure what options I have. I am so scared and angry. All these folks whom said that the vaccine is their choice and the government can't force them to take it because it's their body. Now has to take it since the government apparently has control over their bodies. This will not stop abortions. This will stop safe abortions. Edit. Why am I getting all these replies about gun control? I grew up in the Bible Belt, and overturning Roe v. Wade was one of the most prominent talking points from politicians campaigning in the area. The dog caught the car. I didn't think it would happen. What will they run on now? I'm kind of afraid to find out. I feel the urge to leave and move to a state that aligns more with my beliefs in women's constitutional rights to abortion, or even another country if I can. I feel angry, sad, and scared. Being a woman in this country is becoming a living nightmare. Maybe fucked up to say, but I'm glad my women's march, protesting, social justice fighting, feminist mother isn't alive to see this. Women will die and you're going to be told that they deserve it. Separation of church and state my ass. No abortion. No healthcare. No maternity leave. No affordable housing. School violence. Police authorities with too much power and close to zero control and responsibility. Lobbying. America feels like a premium third world. The court is packed with liars and monsters. Today, they brutally assaulted American women. It won't stop there. The monster Clarence Thomas already wants to correct rulings on contraception and same-sex relationships. They will come for you. One way or another. Eventually these monsters will come for you. No matter what you believe, some women will die because of this. I refuse to believe that rich women will be affected by this. They'll always have options. This is another attack on the poor. It saddens me greatly to realize cops will not save living, breathing children from scenarios in a school, but will spend 100% of their resources to track down a woman who had an abortion. I'm feeling like religious morals and posturing have no place in government. Is how I feel. This will not go well. The same logic used to overturn Roe v. Wade could be used against gay marriage, birth control, and interracial marriage. As someone in an interracial relationship, I'm very concerned about our future. Our fertility doctor has informed us that he will no longer provide services to me and my wife. Given the higher chance of needing a medically necessary abortion, any stillborn child would now legally be required to be carried to full term. This is far too dangerous for my wife's health in his medical opinion. So intense rage is how I'm feeling. As a gay man, I know they are coming for me next. I feel sick to my stomach. I would have never thought this settled law would have been overturned. But here we are. I have a daughter, and I'm raising her in a state that is mainly red. I am a teacher for kids with special needs. And I expect my caseload to skyrocket over the next decade. Like Texas is about to be a really bad place to be for anyone remotely civilized and open-minded. Letting the current laissez go whole hog now that they can hide behind a states' rights argument is going to be scary, I guess. For the first time in my life, leaving is on the table. It's a shame, too, since I'm a educated, sixth-generation Texan. But the rural minority around here has officially been given permission to act on their worst impulses. I'm out. Fucking angry. Why are we going backwards? Weird. Because I'm German and our parliament just liberalized abortion law today. Hours later they overturn Roe v Wade in the US. So yeah. In the past the US was a place to look up to in terms of individual rights and freedom. But I guess that's no more. It is probably one of the most disastrous domestic policy decisions in my lifetime. Extraordinarily disappointed. I'm a doctor and I have seen how much nuance goes into this decision with regards to health impacts for a mother or viability of the fetus, and many states are going to squash the ability to even consider the complex factors that go into this decision. As I said above, it is disastrous. It's the only word I have for this. Pretty angry and betrayed, yet somewhat relieved that my state guarantees it as right and an incremental part of my health. My heart goes out to those who live in states hostile to abortion rights. Like I'm being held hostage by a bunch of extremists who are in the game for no reason but to fill their wallets, and doing it all under the guise of religion. General strike time. As someone who lives in Missouri, the populated non-bumblefuck part, I'm hella fucking pissed off. I'm pissed off this shit happened. I'm pissed off the place that I love is about to get dragged for some shit that only yokels vote for. I'm pissed for every woman I've ever called a friend. And I am at a loss for what I'm supposed to do now. But the anger is fucking real.